is an answer. If you
Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. Why I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who's coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the court. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Starts like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're out the dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut you short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live all through your speakers, go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckasha here with the Man Hour. Be sure to go over to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page. Check out the updated news over there. But if you're watching this on bellyup.tv, big shout out to you guys here. There's a comment section over here on the right-hand side of the screen. You'll be able to comment, and I'll be able to see it there in the show. And if I happen to see it when I'm talking about said situation, we will definitely, bring it up during the show. But all the magic happens over here at youtube.com/manhour. I have it pulled up. I have it directly kicked to my screen here, and I can see all the comments, super chats, and everything else come up here on this side of things. But most importantly, guys, if you guys are new here, new to youtube.com/manhour, guys, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, but most importantly, guys, hit that bell icon, because I do upload the clips each and every day over there. So 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 8 p.m., 11 p.m., 2 a.m., 5 a.m., 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I upload a clip from the morning show or the evening show, but we definitely do get the clips out there to you guys 100%. On today's show, guys, we are going to be talking about the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Big games happening here in a couple days. Sunday afternoon is when the Chiefs and Bengals ultimately start playing here. We got the infamous What Does making their epic comeback here to the morning show. This will be an every Wednesday thing moving forward here, guys. So if you guys, set your clocks by what Man Hour does, on Wednesday we'll be doing the What Does at 8:30-ish. 8:32 a.m. is actually when I have it slated to come down here. So there's some NFL quarterback openings that could possibly be coming open. We had the Rams 49ers part 3. Going to talk a little bit of Tom Brady's future, of course. Does he have a future in the NFL? And guys, of course, you got Mike Stotts coming up here to wrap up the show here about 9:50 a.m. East Coast time. So if you guys, like I said, are new here, like the YouTube page, comment. I can see all the comments here. Morning show is live every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. East Coast time. But it is time to get the show started, and we start every show with the word of the day. And today's words, guys, the word of the day is lucky. Not because we are lucky in the sports world of getting great divisional games last weekend and a great matchups coming up this weekend. Not because we're lucky just to watch Kentucky blow a 10-point lead again last night. Just not because we're lucky to watch the Clippers come back from 32 points down last night as well and get a win. I am lucky, and we are lucky, for one, we woke up this morning. We woke up and got to experience life, living life, loving life, all that good stuff. But I am lucky in particular because I got an amazing wife. So this is day 2 of COVID for me. I didn't have any symptoms whatsoever, but I was tested for work. My work tested me because I was in close contact with a person that did test positive for COVID. Ultimately came back positive. Yesterday I got tested, I guess Friday would have been it wouldn't have been the exposure date, right? But I got tested Monday. Results came back Tuesday. tested positive for that. I was a little tired and a little sluggish. I slept all day, but today, day 2, it's definitely hitting me a little bit different. Have upper chest pains a little bit. It's kind of hard to get that big breath, and I'm very, very tired. I didn't sleep at all last night. Lots of tossing and turning, but I am tired, or I am lucky because I got a great wife that is supporting me all through this. She is taking care of our, I'm in isolation from the house. I come here to the studio, do the show, and then I basically go directly right back to bed. She's taking care of our 2 young boys. We have a 4-year-old and 2-year-old that she is taking care of all by herself. No help from family, friends, or nothing. All by herself. She is doing it. Basically waiting on me hand and foot, because I'm not leaving the room because I don't want to get them exposed whatsoever. And I'm very, very lucky and very, very blessed, I guess, to have a support system like that. And number 2, why I'm so lucky is because of great fans here on the Man Hour. Last night, guys, we had record number of live viewers jumping into our live last night. And it is very, very humbling, but very, very exciting to see the growth of the Man Hour. And we are very, very lucky and very, very blessed to see that type of growth last night. So big shout out to my man Luke G and Tori for jumping on with me last night. Me and Combs will be back tonight as a dynamic duo does get back together, and we do live that dream that we seek out or sock out or whatever you want to call it. But we are lucky to have such great fans, just like Drew and Alpha and Rock and Javier, and Michelle's always out there, and Nana and Tori and all those guys. But guys, last night we did have record number of live viewers. Big shout out to you guys for doing that. But word of the day is lucky, because Man Hour, we are lucky.
Well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a word, a well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a word, a well, a bird, bird, bird.
All right, guys, so now that all that mushy crap is out of the way, it is time to get into some real, live, raw, uncut sports talk here. The only thing that you will get here on the Man Hour is realness, rawness, and, of course, uncut, because that is just the way I like to do things over here on the Man Hour. So I guess I am the CEO of the Man Hour, and whatever I say goes at the end of the day. So we are going to talk a little bit about Cincinnati Bengals versus Kansas City Chiefs. We're not going to make our predictions yet, because today is Wednesday, so we have what the Wednesdays coming up here. But guys, I am feeling super foggy today, so bear with me as I try to collect my thoughts. The COVID is definitely hitting me a little bit different today than yesterday, and I'm definitely feeling it right now. I don't know if it's all the placebo effect that I know I got, and then all of a sudden all these symptoms pop up, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But speaking of what it is, we do have a great AFC Championship matchup game. We do have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. This is just a matchup this is a rematch from just a couple weeks ago, where the Cincinnati Bengals won the AFC North. They flexed on the whole entire AFC. Like, you guys have been sleeping on us all season long. And Joe Burrow goes for 446 yards, and Jamar Chase goes for, I believe it was the only 200-yard receiving game all NFL season. So the Cincinnati Bengals were clicking on all cylinders. They were great, and it was a lot of firsts for the Cincinnati Bengals and their fans. It was the first time, and like a lot of records that were broken, right? Joe Burrow broke the all-time passing record and touchdown record in Cincinnati Bengal history. Jamar Chase got the most yards in rookie history. It just there's so many first times all season long for Cincinnati, and it is going to continue into this AFC Championship game, because this is their first time since 1988, I do believe, that they are up in the AFC Championship game. As little man comes up, what's up, dude? You're not even supposed to be out there. You're going to get in trouble. But with all that being said, guys, this is a rematch, like I said, from a couple weeks ago, and this is part 2. The Rams and 49ers are part 3 of the playoffs, and we are curious. I'm curious if you guys, enjoy all these rematches, because obviously we want good regular season games, right? We have seen the Buffalo Bills versus Kansas City Chiefs the last couple seasons. We're going to see them again next season. I'm sure we're going to see the Bengals versus the Chiefs in years to come as well. So I am curious to see if you guys love the rematches. Speaking of love, River, you are going to get in so much trouble. You're not supposed to be out here at all, man. Can you go back inside, please? You got to go potty. Hey, I need you to go back inside, okay? You're going to get in big trouble, buddy. You're not supposed to be around me. No, come on. Here, let me put on my mask at least, okay? What? You want to watch Shoot You in the toy room? You got to go ask Mama to watch Shoot You in the toy room.
No, Mama, Dada.
Do you want Dad to turn you on Shoot You in the toy room? Can you give me a couple minutes and I'll put Choo Choo on in the toy room? Yeah, he's gonna get him with the claw. No. The claw's gonna fall down. If you know how the movie goes, why do you want to watch it again? Oh no. You are so okay. So hey, go inside. I am almost time for a break, and then we will go turn on Choo Choo. Okay. It's cold out here, bud. You're gonna get in trouble. Do you want to get in trouble and go to timeout? So go inside, okay? And I'll be there in a minute. I know you're cold, so go inside. Go inside. Come on. All right, let me finish this segment here, and then we'll go to break. And then, so guys, this is live, raw, and uncut sports stars. I took on my mask because I do got the Rona, and I'm supposed to be isolated from the boys. And obviously, little man woke up. Wife's probably still sleeping. So, wow, where was I at? So, like I said, the Bengals have already beaten the Kansas City Chiefs earlier in the season. So many people are saying, hey, they've already beat them, yada, 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 so why even play this game? Because for one, guys, the playoffs are a different animal. Yes, the Bengals were clicking on all cylinders at that particular game versus the Kansas City Chiefs in the regular season. Yes, the Kansas City Chiefs were playing well as well. I mean, they aren't playing as no. Let's just call a spade a spade. They were at their peak performance when they went into Cincinnati. Cincinnati flexed on, what was it? 36-20 was the final score. Like it was a very, very ugly loss for the Kansas City Chiefs. However, the playoffs are a different animal. With all that being said, when the playoffs are a different animal, you almost have to lose to learn how to win, to make yourself that much more hungry. And I feel like the Cincinnati Bengals are kind of getting spoiled like a little bit here, much like the Chiefs fans were 4 years ago when we had a great regular season. I believe we clinched home field advantage throughout that particular playoffs. We played we beat the Colts, and then I think we played the Titans the second game, and then the Patriots came into town, and the Chiefs had to lose that game versus the Patriots to be where they're at right now, to make it to their fourth straight AFC Championship game, and I think the Bengals are going to have to do the same thing. The Bengals have to lose this game to be back next year, because if they make it to the Super Bowl in their first year, there is no humbling process involved, right? Losing to the Patriots in that first game with Patrick Mahomes, it kind of gave them a humbling process and making them hungry to make it to the Super Bowl and ultimately win that Super Bowl the next year. Thanks, bud. I don't know why that's going off. But yeah. So, guys, let me collect my thoughts here a little bit, because let's go do the first break of the night here. We are a little early, but we're going to jump back into the Kansas City Chiefs Bengals talk here I got a lot of notes to take over. Let me take little man inside and turn on Choo Choo in the toy room because that's how we roll, baby. Can you say bye, bud? Say bye, guys. I'm in trouble. All right, guys, we'll be right back here on the Man Hour. Stay tuned. All right, bud. Let's go inside. You are right.
I give a slight edge, Mike, to Marquette because they're playing on their home court, and Marquette's been taking care of business on the road. Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
Station not dropping no music. Starts like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're out the dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live off 3 speaks, go.
You're watching Man Hour. Hit that like button, baby.
Man Hour Nation, it's your boy BC Beastie Brandon Combs coming to you with a special message. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Now, that's 22 too many. And here at the Man Hour, we want to bring awareness to this. Our brothers and sisters deserve our support and our help. With the Take 22 merch, it's a small opportunity to show our appreciation and support to our veterans and take a small step to ending veteran suicide and treating PTSD properly. Every dollar spent on our Take 22 merch will be donated to the cause. So Man Hour Nation, rise up and show your support.
And welcome back to live Raw and Uncut Sports Talk, guys. As you guys just saw my little man walk up there and basically photobomb, or not, basically bomb the show there. Got me off track, got me flustered, but the little man knows the way to my heart. And as we, because one thing you guys don't know, is I put a lot of effort into Man Hour, a lot of effort into work and coaching, but when I'm with my boys, I am with my boys, my phone is put away, social media is gone, the computer's off, right? The TVs are usually off. The only time we really watch TVs together is when we're watching sports games. And my son is not used to me not being around and being there at his beck and call, right? And on the way, and he's like, Dad, I miss you. I'm like, man, dude, you need to slow it down, baby. Come on, man. Tear up the heartstrings there, dude. Come on, relax, man. But I did get the wife woke up here, and little man's watching Choo Choo. He's the Thomas the Train fanatic. Loves his Choo Choo. So yeah, guys, we are back here talking the Cincinnati Bengals versus Kansas City Chiefs here on the first half hour of the Man Hour. Coming up on Man Hour, we do got the What Does coming up. Of course, we're going to talk Rams 49ers Part 3. We got Tom Brady retirement and Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh and the Ravens are nearing an extension, so we're going to talk a little bit about that, just a teensy little bit there. But let's get back into the Chiefs versus Bengals here. Like I said, this is round 2, part 2 of the Bengals versus Chiefs. The Bengals I obviously won first round here, beat them down with 36-20. I think I didn't even remember the score. Joe Burrow went off 446 yards. Jamar Chase went off over 200 yards receiving. He could not be stopped. The Bengals were they were a team on a mission. They were playing to win the AFC North. They were playing to get into the playoffs, and like they were great. They were great. Luke says, when you up early and the man hour's on, let's go. So Luke, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us last night. But you just missed my little man totally bombing the show and tearing at my heartstrings, saying that he missed me. So I've been on isolation, obviously, the last couple days, and my dude is lost without his dad. Let's just be flat out honest about that. But anyways, getting back into the Cincinnati Bengals game, guys, versus the Kansas City Chiefs, part 2 here. And I want to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs fan base a little bit here, just because Luke G touched on it a little bit last night, as we need to be better as fans. How about this? We need to be better let me pile onto that and say, when we need to be better as fans, we need to appreciate the greatness that is happening in Kansas City right now and not taking it for granted. Guys, this is the 4th AFC Championship game that we have been in a row. This will, when we beat the Cincinnati Bengals, spoiler alert, on Sunday afternoon, this will be our 3rd straight Super Bowl. Do you guys take that into perspective? Like first of all, how hard it is to make it to a championship. Didn't Andy Reid do it with the Philadelphia Eagles 4 times in a row, but only made it to 1 Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. And that was with Terrell Owens when he had a broken leg and whatnot with the catch and all that stuff. And then, off-season controversy happened afterwards. But us as Kansas City fans, Chiefs Kingdom, hashtag Chiefs Kingdom, if you are here in the chat on bellyup.tv or youtube.com/man. Guys, give us a hashtag Chiefs Kingdom. Let us know you're a Chiefs fan. Guys, are the Kansas City Chiefs fan getting too used to winning? Are we getting too used to, sliding in here and, we're just expecting to make the AFC Championship game now? And if it's Super Bowl or we've had a terrible season, right? Guys, we are the AFC is so freaking loaded that it is a blessing just to even make the playoffs. Let's just be flat out honest about it. It is a blessing to win the divisional game. It is a blessing to make it to the championship game. The Cincinnati Bengals are a very, very good team, and they have a lot happening for them. But some of the X factors for this particular game, actually, I'm going to give you one X factor for both sides of the team, for both teams, and the X factor is going to be Tyrann Mathieu. The X factor for this game is going to be the Honey Badger. Why is he going to be the X factor? Because for one, he is the leader of the Kansas City Chiefs defense. We saw somehow they survived the Buffalo Bills onslaught. Well, because the Buffalo Bills didn't attack down the field like they should have all game long. But that's a story for tonight when Combsy is on. But Tyrann Mathieu is the X factor for both teams, because can Tyrann Mathieu put the Kansas City Chiefs defense in the right position to take away Jamar Chase? I looked up some stats here, and every time Jamar Chase goes over 100-yard receivings for the Cincinnati Bengals this season, obviously his only season with the Bengals, they are undefeated and they win by 10 plus points. Do I need to say that again? Every time Jamar Chase goes over 100 yards receiving for the Cincinnati Bengals, they are undefeated and they win by 10 plus points, by double-digit points. So Tyrann Mathieu is going to be the X factor. Can we take away Jamar Chase? Of course, there are other people on a part of the Bengals offense that that are going to eat. You have T. Higgins. You have the O tight end name. Of course, guys, I'm great with names, right? And the coach got Mixon, a top 5 running back in the league, better than King Henry. and so there are a lot of things happening, and Tyrann Mathieu is that X factor on both sides of the ball, because let's say that the Kansas City Chiefs defense forgets to show up and Tyrann Mathieu can't play right. or the fact that, he has the concussion still. That's going to affect how the offense plays, because when you're playing from behind, you cannot dominate the time of possession like they did against the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos, the last couple games that they have played. The Kansas City Chiefs are brand new. The Kansas City Chiefs are a dominant team. They are the Super Bowl favorites when they have these 6, 7, 8-minute drives. Now, it is great to watch when you see a 13-second, 60-yard drive to tie the game into overtime, right? But we don't want to see that. As Chiefs fans, we don't want to see that. We want to see them take the Cincinnati Bengals offense off of the field. So this is why Tyrann Mathieu is X factor on both sides of the ball, both teams, because if he is able to take away Jamar Chase, the Bengals will struggle. The Kansas City Chiefs offense will excel because they don't have to run that hurry-up offense. They can nickel and dime it down the field. McKinnon can eat. Gore can eat. Clyde can eat. All that good stuff. I mean, it is great things happening when your defense is playing well and when you can chill. But, guys, we are up against the first break. I already took a break because little man bombed the show, but I still got to pay the bills. So, guys, we got Takeaway 22 merch over there on the Man Hour, manhourradio.com. We do got some new merch coming. I actually have a meeting with the merch lady today at 2 o'clock. So, hopefully by February, guys, we got some new merch for you guys. So, check it out. Stay tuned to manhourradio.com. We do have some people popping up in the chat. I see my man Luke G. He says, when you wake up early and the Man Hour is on, let's go. That's right, baby. That's right, Luke G. Big shout out to you, man. Man Hour is live every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. right here on YouTube.com. And, of course, BellyUp.tv is where all the magic happens. We're officially part of Belly Up Network as of February 1st. So next Tuesday, guys, we will be there. And I see my man Drew. He says, morning, Buck. And I say good morning to you, Drew, as well. And he says, I'm finally on the right application. LOL. I need caffeine. Who needs caffeine when you got the morning show, Drew? I bring you the fire no matter how I'm feeling, because right now I feel like ass. I'm not even going to front, guys. I am foggy. My chest hurts, and it is what it is. But I am here doing it. And then Drew says, howdy, Luke. That must be French for Luke. Luki. I'm just giving you shit, Drew. Welcome to Chiefs Kingdom there, Drew. I just don't see that you put a Chiefs hashtag Chiefs Kingdom in the chat. I know you're a Chiefs fan, along with 15 other teams, but slow it down, baby. Anyways, guys, break time. On the other side of the break, we got the infamous What Does. That's right, the What Does are making their epic comeback here on Man Hour, guys. I got 5 or 6 of them to come. Actually, then we're talking some quarterback openings and the NFL. Much more, guys, coming up here on Man Hour. Of course, Man Hour is brought to you by Skull Candy Original Headphones. You can text or call the show at 812-648-HOUR. That is 812-648-4687 on the old Twitter machine. And damn voice dictation. I'm driving while watching the Man Hour. You could also check it out on Good Pods, Drew. Download that Good Pods app and check it out, baby. All right, guys, we'll be right back. I'm up against the break.
Liking this matchup a lot. I give a slight edge, Mike, to Marquette because they're playing on their home court, and Marquette's been taking care of business on the road. Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up. On me every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that why I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cole. You know, they don't want to talk to us about the air right here. I second that. So, you know that that's when we talk about sports, giving you facts on the field to the court. Tune in, we need the
station, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're after dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzz beaters. We coming live, all 3 speaks go.
You're watching Man Hour. Hit that like button, baby.
Man Hour Nation, it's your boy BC Beastie Brandon Combs coming to you with a special message. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Now, that's 22 too many. And here at the Man Hour, we want to bring awareness to this. Our brothers and sisters deserve our support and our help. With the Take 22 merch, it's a small opportunity to show our appreciation and support to our veterans and take a small step to ending veteran suicide and treating PTSD properly. Every dollar spent on our Take 22 merch will be donated to the cause. So Man Hour Nation, rise up and show your support.
Man Hour Nation brought to you by Brooks Roofing and Siding. Contact them at 812-868-7663 or online at brooksroofingin.com. Brooks Roofing and Siding, protection you need when nature strikes.
And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckasha here with the Man Hour. Day 2 of COVID, and the symptoms are catching up to me today. I got the upper chest pain. I feel foggy. I kind of just feel blah today. Slept 0 last night, but guys, we are here with the Man Hour. I see Rule the Jungle in the chat. He says, I'm here at work. Don't dog my Who Day Nation. I'm not dogging the Who Day Nation. I'm just saying, man, you have to lose before you can win. That's how the old saying goes, and that's how I'm going to stand to it 100%. You have to learn how to lose before you can win, baby. And then Drew says, morning, guys. I love you guys so much. Like, the word of the day is lucky, and I'm lucky to have such fans like you guys here. You guys all welcome each other into the chat. You guys try to have good conversations. So guys, yeah, keep up the chat happening, guys. We are giving away a prize. We're giving away a tumbler at the end of the week. How you get entered into to win that tumbler? Just be the top point getter from each show here. So we will give you we gave you a show last night, give you a show the morning tonight, Thursday morning, Thursday night, Friday morning. So we have 5 more shows that you guys can get entered in, or actually 4 more shows, because I'll be giving away Friday morning. We're giving away that tumbler here at 8:15 a.m. on the East Coast. So you must be present to win that tumbler. So bada bing, bada boom. It is what it is. But there are, here on Man Hour, guys, we give you guys many segments. We pull from this, we pull from that, and sometimes we go away from said segments just because sometimes, you know, like you need 2 people to do it. And for some reason, I thought you needed 2 people to do the what the segment for whatever reason. So I kind of put it on the back burner for like a little while, just because, you know, I thought when me and Combs got back together, we can do the what does. But you know what, guys? The what does is officially a morning show thing now. That's right. Every Wednesday at 8:32 a.m. on the East Coast time, we're going to give you the what does, because this is my segment. This is my voice on the little jingle. I make magic happens, and let's just be honest, guys. I am very, very funny at the end of the day. Let's get it started. And my first what the of the day, of the morning, of the Wednesday morning, get your Wednesday morning start. Hump day, baby. This is day 2 of COVID. I got to sleep in a king-size bed last night all by myself, right? Well, of course, with with my right hand man, my peanut butter to my jelly right here, Mr. McGraw, my lab hound mix. This dog's 160-ish pounds of very, very lovable yellow lab pup here. But we do have a king size bed, me and my beautiful wife. We have like 27 pillows, just because that's what you do, right? When you have a king size bed, you put more pillows on it, so you have less space, right? So when you go to bed, you clear off all the pillows, you get the one you want, and then bada bing, bada boom, you have to put them back all in like in the morning, and you make the bed. But I'm not here to say what the about that. My what the is going to go out to my dog. Okay, so if guys, first things first, if your dog doesn't sleep with you at night, is he really the man's best friend? Because let's just be honest, my dog gives the best cuddles. He is absolutely keeps me warm at night, and you have to fight for the covers because he's so fat and sleeps so heavy. But whatever, we digress from that. So I'm thinking king size bed, big, like, you know, I'm 6'2", 6'3", 225 pounds. I'm thinking, man, I could stretch out, have a great night's sleep. Hell no. McGraw, my right-hand man, decides, hey, we need to snuggle right up against you, right? And he kept pushing me off the bed. And it is not uncommon that I have 1 foot off of the bed to keep myself on the bed, because between my wife and the dog, we have a California king-size bed, and I'm still going to be pushed off to the side, right? This dude literally pushed me off the bed last night. I was the only one in bed. Me and him. He could have slept in my wife's spot. He could have slept on her, like on her pillow, covered up, and had a grand old time. And I would even never known that he was there. But he was up in my grill, literally pushed me off the bed. So my first what the of the night is gonna go out to my main man McGraw. Come on, man. Respect the owner, man. Respect your elders. Come on, McGraw. You get the what the. And what the number 2 is going to go out to Winter. That's right. First things first is I do love the snow. I love playing in the snow. Every time it gets cold, I want feet and feet and upon feet of snow. If I could have 15 feet of snow all day, every day, I would take it. 100%. Like, I would move to Montana or Michigan or in a heartbeat, right? Just because I love the snow that much. However, right here in southern Indiana right now, it is 11 degrees outside. It is 11 degrees. 1-1. It has doubled since the show has started, because when I first got out here to the studio, it was 6 degrees outside. So it has doubled in temperature, got to 11 degrees, broke to double digits. But southern Indiana, this weather sucks here for one. Absolutely, it is either it isn't like Kansas heat by like anyways, because like Kansas heat it's just nasty, right? It's muggy and wet. But it's the dry heat. We're not in Arizona. It's nasty there, right? And I know all you Florida people, Javier, and you guys understand. It is just nasty. Like you walk out, you start sweating, right? And then also in Kansas, when it's cold, it's bitter ass cold. That wind cuts through your soul and like eats your heart out, right? But here in Indiana, it just gets cold. Like, what is the point of being this cold if it's not going to snow? You know what the weatherman said last night? He said if it was 15 degrees warmer, we would probably have record-breaking snows. But it's too cold to snow. How can it be too cold to snow? Southern Indiana, you guys get the what? Too cold to snow? What? Drew, I just saw your comments. Oh no, dog farts. Dog farts are the worst. So, fun fact here. It was Sunday, right? Sunday night. Me and Cindy were sitting on the couch. We had one of those L-shaped sectional couches, right? My head was in the middle. McGraw was laying, but to be acquaintance, and she was sitting on the side, like eating like a taco or something, right? And my dog farts, and like it woke him up. Like he like looked around, like it wasn't me, right? Like Shaggy, it wasn't me. But dude, I literally saw you pop up when it farted. So he farted so bad it left a little wet ring on the couch. Like it's almost like he shit himself, like he sharted, right? So Cindy gave me some medical term like, oh, it's just his poop gland or something. I'm like, the dude pooped on my couch. Like it stunk. It stunk like pure ass. Like, have you guys ever smelled ass? Smell a dog fart. That's exactly what ass smells like. But he left a little poop circle there, and then my wife had the audacity saying, "Smell this." Do you guys know how a man's brain works, right? When somebody says, "Oh man, that's bad. Smell this." What's the first thing you're going to do? You're like, well, shit, I have to smell it, right? Like I can't turn down a good nasty smell. That is what I did. I put my nose down in there, gave it a good old whiff, whack, back in the head. Cindy got me. Had a wet nose, dude. I about vomited. It was so gross. Oh my god, it brings back nauseum just coming back and thinking of it. But the next what the of the day here, guys, is going to go out to Antonio Brown. So as you guys know, Antonio Brown basically quit on the Bucks during the Jets game, come off the field, pumped up the crowd. Yeah, I quit. And then he tweeted like him holding a poster saying early exit or I'm done or something just like that. And then the internet took it one step further. They implemented Tom Brady's face on there with like Antonio Brown's walking and like hold up the sign saying like just like I'm done. The internet is undefeated when it goes to stuff like just like that. But we're not here to talk about that. Antonio Brown is suing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because he was quote too injured to play. So let's flash back to everything that has happened, right? Antonio Brown. This is all allegedly, but the receiver coach saying, "Hey, this is the package that you are in. Why aren't you off the field?" And then Antonio Brown says, "Coach, I'm too injured to play." And then Bruce Arians, I guess, walks over and slits his throat and says, "You are done." And then that's when Antonio Brown took off his pads and walked off the field, right? So he is suing them for lost wages and incentives and like all this other stuff. So like it's basically what it comes down to it's about $1 million. Like I don't have the figure in front of me by any means, but it was about $1 million in like incentives and stuff that like he was owed if he would have met XYZ, which he didn't because he got cut. So does Antonio Brown have any leg to stand on by saying or by suing them because they released him because he was too injured to play? He didn't look too injured when he was walking off the field doing jumping jacks, right? And waving to the crowd and then walking into that podcast studio and doing the podcast and releasing all those text messages. Like he didn't seem too injured then, but now all of a sudden he's too injured. Like I don't think the Bucks had any choice but to release him because he wasn't going to show up, right? I mean, he walked off the field in the middle of the game in the heat of the battle, but I believe the Bucks were down by at that point. They were losing to the New York Jets, like 28-3 or something like that. I mean, obviously Tom Brady led a comeback and they won, but hindsight's 20/20 at the end, right? They needed him 100%. So to me, when I see a player walk out the field and saying I'm done and tweet all this stuff, that's him quitting. Like I basically had to do the formalities of releasing him so I could bring another player onto my roster to get him, replaced so we could make a Super Bowl run. So Antonio Brown has no legs to stand on to sue them because he quit. Yes, he in theory got released, but he quit. So come on, Antonio Brown, you get the what the man, because that's just dumb. And Drew says he has every right to sue the Buccaneers. Drew. Why does he have the right to sue the Buccaneers? Because he was hurt and he couldn't play, but yet he could run. He could sprint off the field doing jumping jacks and say, "I'm done." Like, come on, baby. You're better than that, Drew. You know that yes, I know adrenaline can take over and like whatnot, but he showed no signs of limp. He was doing good jumping. It's a great form, pumping up the crowd. Right? Come on, baby. It looked fine to me. Looked pretty damn good. Looked pretty fast. And he was open in the end zone. Think about it. They could have thrown him the ball there. But no, like let's say Antonio Brown, Drew says everybody has a right to sue. Yeah, everybody has a right to sue, but you are wasting your money at the end of the day. It's absolutely stupid. But let's just say Antonio Brown does go through this. Him and his agents and and his lawyer go the legal route and pursue money after the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He will forever be blackballed in the NFL. So that tweet saying that he would love to play with Lamar Jackson, nix that, because why would the Ravens want to touch you? The Arizona Cardinals need some wide receiver help. They have zero depth, and it's been shown after Hopkins went down right in the first round playoff exit. Sorry, they're Cardinals fans, but you guys were overrated all season long. You guys could use the surfaces of that, but why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense, right? It is dumb. It is asinine. So MRI showed that he has a broken foot. Yeah, okay, I get it. If he had a broken foot, why wasn't he in a cast? Why did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers medical staff show the broken foot when they did the MRI? Like, I get it. He's fucked in the head. The Tampa Bay reportedly offered him $100,000 to go get mental treatment. He's suing them for that as well, for defamation of character or whatever the proper term for that is. Come on. Antonio Brown, you get the what the. And my next what the of the day is going to go out to all these baseball people that say that The Sandlot is the greatest sports movie of all time. Pause that a little bit. So last night on my, what's it up when you're up all night and you can't sleep? Is that like amnesia or what? No, amnesia is where you forget stuff, isn't it? Hypochondriac is when you think something's wrong and there's nothing is wrong. But I was up all night because I couldn't sleep. I was restless and, I was not feeling good, yada, 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 sweating. So Sandlot come on, I believe it was like Freeform TV or something to that effect. And I was watching it, and I remember a great debate that me and Combs had saying that Sandlot was the greatest movie of all time. And I got to thinking, man, and I was watching it, and like, when you watch a movie at like a night, it's usually just background noise and you're kind of trying to fall asleep. But I was like engrossed in this movie. Like, I was watching every aspect of it. Like, oh yeah, Sandlot's not a very good movie, guys. The Sandlot isn't even the best baseball movie out there. I would take The Rookie, or The Rookie of the Year, or Major League, all the major leagues. So that right there alone drops Sandlot to a top 5 baseball movie. So to say it's the greatest sports movie ever or even greatest baseball movie ever, you guys are absolutely asinine. So Brandon Beastie Combs, Wayne G, who else goes got there that said it? Like, all you people that say Sandlot's a great movie, it's talk about overrated. Yes, it is a good movie. It is a good feel-good story. A kid moves from out of town and he befriends a bunch of baseball guys, and they go and they play baseball and they beat the beast, and then what's his face goes to the World Series and plays for the Dodgers. Like, I get it. It is a great movie. it is a good movie. But it is not a great movie. I would much rather watch Major League, Back to the Minors, 2, the Indians are back, whatever. Major League, the rookie of the year. I mean, there's so many other great baseball movies out there. That, I mean, come on, man. Sandlot's overrated, guys. Face it. And my last what the of the day is going to go out to my Kentucky Wildcats here. So the Kentucky Wildcats basketball gave up a 10-point lead again last night versus Mississippi State. They were up, they were up like, what was it, 50-25 like at some point in the first half. And this ultimately what like triggered my being up all night, because like I was ready for bed. It was like 10:30 at night. I just got done with the man hour. I was snuggled up. My dude was on my side, laying on my chest. We were making some love, and next thing you know, it's overtime, 72-72. I'm like, what is going on? Guys, this is the second time that the Kentucky men's basketball team have given up a 10-point lead. In the last week, we've given up a 10-point lead to Auburn, which is now number 1. So let's flash back to the Auburn game. We were up by 10 and then down by 15 and then tie the game again and lose by 6. Like, that game was just mind-blowing. Like, we were up by 10 against Auburn. Let's nail it down, right? And then we're up again, up by 10 versus Mississippi State. Actually, up by 25 versus Mississippi State. And we let them back into overtime. Like, Kentucky basketball, you guys need to get your crap together, because you guys are getting the what the, man. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for the What Does. I see Dr. Detroit, Mr. MD himself, popping into the chat saying, let's go San Francisco. Okay, I mean, I wouldn't mind a Chiefs versus 49ers rematch from a couple years ago in the Super Bowl. That would be fun, right? He says, Luke G, baby. Yeah, guys, give Luke G a follow. That man is a GOAT in this internet sports game right here, especially on the Detroit side of the game. Drew says Bull Durham is a great sports movie. I don't I've seen Bull Durham when I was like in high school, but I haven't seen it since. So I definitely need to check that out again. I haven't watched it in a long time. Drew says because they suck. Kentucky doesn't suck. We're Final Four, baby. I don't have any of my Kentucky gear right here, man. Kentucky's a damn good team, Drew. Better watch your mouth there, son. But guys, it is time to move on here. Text lines are open, 812-648-HOUR. That is 812-648-4687. Feel free to text or call into the show. Brought to you by Skull Candy Original Headphones. Go to skullcandyoriginal.com. Use promo code MANHOUR at checkout to save yourself some dollar bills. Yo, it is 20% at last checked. But let's get into some possible quarterback openings going into the 2022 NFL season here. So there are a lot of talks of the head coaching and general management spots and like whatnot, but let's jump into the quarterback side of things. So there are probably about 12 quarterbacks out there that could possibly be on the move. I have wrote down 6 that I think are the most intriguing, and the number one that I wrote down here is Tua. So, obviously, Tua is the guy in Miami right now. He replaced Ryan Fitzmagic mid-season after that bye week. He had to come and get some relief from Fitzpatrick, but yada. But he was a man this year, led them to a 9-8 record, but ultimately missed the playoffs. Brian Flores is out. But Tua said that he thinks and he expects that the new coaching regime to build around him. So when I was thinking about this, is this true? No, guys. Tua is not a very good quarterback in the end. Deshaun Watson wants to come to Miami. Miami has a plethora of draft picks that they can give Houston. I think it's 3 or 4 first rounds that they could possibly give them. Just because they have stockpiled draft picks for the next 3 or 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think they have 20 draft picks over the next 3 seasons or something, all a top 4 or fourth round or higher. So they can definitely give the asking price for Deshaun Watson and send Tua to Houston. So Tua needs to pump the brakes a little bit when he says he expects the new coaching staff to build around him. You have to be 100% sold on Tua to build around a guy like him, just because you do have so many draft picks that you can use to go get Deshaun Watson. That's why Brian Flores is out in Miami, because he didn't want to bring Deshaun Watson in. Let's just call a spade at the end of the day. That is what it is. He did not want to bring Deshaun Watson and all that controversy in there. So Tua, you need to pump the brakes, my man. And I don't think you are even going to be the quarterback in Miami. So expect them to build around you. That is a very, very false statement. Drew says Watson ain't going to go to Miami anymore since they got rid of Flores. I don't know, man. What makes Brian Flores such a hot commodity coach there? Yes, he did have things clicking in Miami, but that was because he built a team there. It wasn't because of Watson, or because of a big name or whatever. Flores is a good coach, right? He comes from that pedigree. He has the experience, and so just to say that a particular quarterback won't go to a said team because of a coach, I find that completely false. I think it's more of a probability now because Flores is gone. Flores didn't want Watson. That's why he is gone, Drew. Also, with that being said, with a new coach and Watson coming into Miami, Watson all of a sudden is the man again. He has all this say of who the head coach could be, who the general manager is, who you bring in free agents, right? With Flores, you don't have that at all. Drew says, what are you talking about, Buck? Watson wanted to go to Miami because of the floor not as being there. Of Flores being there. Oh, I meant he's doing speech to text. So Flores being there. Just because let's go back to that Antonio Brown speech. If you guys are following me on Twitter, you should, at @manhour_Buck. Antonio Brown says, I would love to play with Lamar Jackson. Okay, just because said player would love to play with said player doesn't mean that player wants to come with you. Just because you love a girl doesn't mean that girl loves you back, Drew. Watson can love Flores all he wants, but does Flores love Watson? Clearly not, or he would have pulled the trigger on him when he had the chance. He wouldn't have said Tua is our guy if he had the chance. Flores wanted Watson, the management didn't. I think that's false. If Flores truly wanted Deshaun Watson, he would have made it happen. But let's just be honest. If your head coach that is, possibly leading you to the playoffs, I get it. At the time they were on a 7-game losing streak, so why give up all your draft picks? I get it, hindsight, but then they won 8 games in a row, right? I don't think Flores ever wanted Deshaun Watson. He was just saying that just to appease the people, right? To appease the fan base in Miami. If you can get a talent like Deshaun Watson, I don't care what the management says or doesn't say. They wanted him at the end of the day. Next potential quarterback openings: Las Vegas Raiders and Derek Carr. Once again, Derek Carr is on the hot seat for whatever reason. This guy consistently improves year after year after year after year, but yet for whatever reason he's on the hot seat again. He's a title of trade rumors and getting released and all this stuff. Derek Carr's only 30 years old, guys. He is making well below what he's worth. Like he's only making like $8 million a year or something like that. Led the Raiders to the playoffs 10-7 when basically everybody wrote them off, but yet he is on the hot seat again. So Las Vegas Raiders possibly have a quarterback opening coming up here. This offseason could be great with the quarterback carousel that is happening here. Russell Wilson. This is a very good possibility. Last season, it was very, very public that he wanted out of Seattle. He was on the Manning cast a couple weeks ago, but they did not talk about that for whatever reason. So there must have been some type of gentleman's agreement saying, hey, let's not talk about this because I want to approach this offseason a little bit different, possibly. So Russell Wilson was probably on the move in Seattle. Daniel Jones, new general manager, new head coach, 5th-year option coming up. I think Daniel Jones and the New York Giants need a clean break. Much like, obviously, Sam Darnold didn't get the fair shake in Pantherland, but Daniel Jones needs a new scenery in there. Maybe go to a team like Detroit, or he would probably be good at Houston. There are several teams that Daniel Jones would be good at, but I think he will be leaving New York at the end of the day. Kirk Cousins, for whatever reason, Kirk Cousins is on the hot seat as well. People don't love Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins had MVP numbers, guys, all season long. Yes, they missed the playoffs. Yes, they only had like 7 wins, right? Six wins. I can't remember how much was. But they say Kirk Cousins is on the move. New coach, new GM, new quarterback. I don't know if they're trying to just cut cap space because they are up against the cap there, but they still do have Delvin Cook, Jefferson, and all that good stuff, and Baker Mayfield going into his 5th-year option as well. Many people don't like him in Cleveland for whatever reason. He played hurt for you guys all season long, torn labrum, right, broken ribs, and this and this and this, but yet you guys don't love him. He led you to the playoffs last season, had you guys in the promised land for like a little while, and then until he got hurt, and you guys basically shit the bed at the end of the day. But Baker Mayfield will probably be in a new uniform next year as well. So 6 potential quarterback openings for next season, guys, are going to be the Miami Dolphins, Las Vegas Raiders, Seattle Seahawks, New York Football Giants, Minnesota Vikings, and the Cleveland Browns. So, guys, let me know if you guys think these quarterbacks will be on the move and what team would be a good fit for said team. So I do see Drew says Derek Carr needs to go to the Saints or Steelers. I think the Steelers would probably be the best bet for him because right now the Saints are in complete rebuilding mode, and I think they're going to build around Ian Book at the end of the day. Or if their new coach decides to bring in a new quarterback, but Derek Carr is not the answer in New Orleans. Pittsburgh would be the best place there. Russell Wilson should go to the Broncos. Broncos are just a solid quarterback away, but I don't know if Russell Wilson is the solid answer for the Broncos because they'll be bringing in a new coach as well. Russell Wilson is 33 years old, so you're looking at probably 3 or 4 years left on his life as tops, right? So if you want to do that, maybe draft a quarterback, mold the guy. I could see that happening. Flores says Tua is our guy because the deal with Watson fell apart. Management didn't want to give up so much for him. Well, nobody wants to give up 15 first-round picks for a quarterback that they don't know is going to go to federal prison or not. Like, I get it, but the old saying is, where there's smoke, there's fire, Drew. And why is Deshaun Watson being linked to Miami so much if there's no fire there? So there's definitely smoke brewing. Flores is gone for whatever reason. I don't know. Coming up, guys, here on hour number 2 of the Man Hour. Let me get the new paper here. We got part 3 of the 49ers versus the Rams. We'll talk Tom Brady's future. Jim Harbaugh extension. What? All that and much, much more, guys, coming up here on the Man Hour as my fogginess is taking over. We'll be right back, guys, here.
If I'm home from work and relaxing,
I watch Man Hour while doing dishes.
In bed, hiding from the wife and kids.
What do you do when your husband and kid are obsessed with the Man Hour? You watch it with them.
Watch the Man Hour. Check it out.
Have you ever wanted to go to Vegas to see the NFL draft? Well, now you can. Simply head over to youtube.com/manhour, click on that join button, become a $5.99 member or higher, and you get free entry. Simple as that. So head over to youtube.com/manhour and hit that join button. You won't regret it.
You're watching Man Hour. Hit that like button, baby.
Man Hour Nation, it's your boy BC Beastie Brandon Combs coming to you with a special message. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Now, that's 22 too many. And here at the Man Hour, we want to bring awareness to this. Our brothers and sisters deserve our support and our help. With the Take 22 merch, it's a small opportunity to show our appreciation and support to our veterans and take a small step to ending veteran suicide and treating PTSD properly. Every dollar spent on our Take 22 merch will be donated to the cause. So Man Hour Nation, rise up and show your support.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckhatcher here with the Man Hour. Day 2 of COVID has got me a little under the weather today, so guys, I'm trying to power through it. So if you guys see me starting to slip, hey, just slap me across the face. Wake up, Bucky! But yeah, anyways, guys, we have talked a little bit of Chiefs Bengals. We had a photo bomb by River himself. We had the Whattas. We had some QB openings. And speaking of QB openings, Drew says you forgot about a QB. Jimmy G, highly doubtful he's going to be a Niner next season. Yes, I do agree with that. Like I said, Drew, there are probably about 12 openings that are potential out there for the NFL season next year. This is going to be a huge quarterback carousel happening. So Jimmy G will probably no longer be a 49 Niner, no matter what he does. I'm actually going to talk about that here in the Rams versus 49ers Part 3 segment coming up here in a couple minutes. Aaron Rodgers is probably out of Green Bay as well, no matter what he says. We talked to my man with Tori Anderson last night at manhour_Tori on the old Twitter machine. He says the Packers are $45 million over the cap, and Aaron Rodgers is $44 million for next season. So you cut that, you're instantly under the cap as well. Also, a quarterback that could possibly be on the move is Dak Prescott as well. Mr. $40 million man himself is 0-6 in the playoffs, and so Cowboys are not happy with him or with Mike McCarthy. So you bring in a coach like Sean Payton, and you can bring in a guy like Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, et cetera, and all that good stuff. So Drew says Brady is retiring. Is that official, Drew? Because I was going to talk about it, and actually let's go ahead and talk about that right now. Is Brady's future in jeopardy, aka retiring? So apparently Tom Brady does a podcast. I didn't know he does a podcast. No wonder we dropped to 10 in the sports rankings. When Tom Brady does anything, he is great at it, right? But Tom Brady's future is in jeopardy right now. Let's just be flat out honest about it. So on his podcast, he says family weighs into his decision very, very much so when making a decision of playing football or not. So when he says family, I don't think he's talking about his family in general, because if my dad was a professional football player and the GOAT, the Tom Brady, right, the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I'm like, hell yeah, Dad, play. I'm getting so much clout at school. Hell, just definitely play, right? So when he says family, I think he's talking about Gronk and some other players that he is close to on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers side of the thing. Because Gronk, tweeted out, said thanks for the 11th season, yada yada yada, but 12th season, like with the eye emoji, like, hey, well, like we will see, right? We don't know what's going to happen. So when he says family will play a big role, it is not his family, but it is like Gronk and other players that he is close to. So if Gronk wants to play, I think Brady will play, and vice versa on that whole aspect of the thing here. And also, another big thing that is going to weigh into Brady's retirement is Byron Leftwich has officially been named as the Jacksonville Jaguars head coach. I don't know if it's been officially announced yet, but it was leaked late last night with people close to the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's like 11 o'clock at night that Byron Leftwich will be the next coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the worst kept secret ever. So in theory, next season he'll have to learn another new offense. So you guys realize that he had the same offense for 20 some years in New England, right? So in 3 years in Tampa Bay, he'll be learning 2 brand new offenses. So I'm not for sure if he is prepared to do that. Do you want to learn another new offense at the age of 45? It just it is tough learning new things. It is teaching a old dog new tricks at the end of the day. So family, Byron Leftwich leaving, and it just I don't think he wants any more changes at the end of the day. So I do agree with you, Drew. I do think he is done in the NFL. He is retiring. Just because of the fact of everything that I listed there, and the fact that we have never heard Tom Brady talk like this before. Like, yes, I know it is all out there when they say, oh, he never did the tip of the cap or the last look or anything just like that. But those are when people like expecting to lose that particular game, and they know this is their last. That is their last game. Tom Brady was still in shock that they lost that game. So I do agree that Tom Brady is done. Just the preparation for a NFL season is not there. I mean, hell, he's 45 years old. He would be classified as a senior playing slow pitch softball. He would be in the senior league in slow pitch softball. So yeah, I do think he is done as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer and as an NFL quarterback 100%. So I do agree with you, everybody that is going over there. First time Tom Brady has used past tense in talking about it. So yeah, he's definitely talking different like he used to talk. But let's go ahead and get into some 49ers LA Rams talk here, guys. This is part 3, game 3 of this particular matchup of this season here. And the 49ers are a different team the last couple of times that they have played the Rams. I do believe they have split the season so far. And but this 49ers team is different. For whatever reason, the 49ers have literally taken 6 steps up since the last time they played the Rams. Well, it was the last week of the season, right? They have gotten that much better since then. They've taken leaps and bounds versus the Cowboys. Very, very good team. They took leaps and bounds when they beat the Green Bay Packers. Very, very good team. This is a 49ers team, like I've been saying, guys, travels very, very, very well. This is a playoff-built team. This isn't a team that is going to win you a lot of the games in the regular season because they are not going to use and abuse their bodies. This is a team that just slides into the playoffs, and then when they slide into the playoffs, they have the switch. It's like playoff mode. And then bada bing, bada boom, we're like, where has this team been all season? It's because they say save it for the playoffs. Like, the 49ers are the most dangerous team in the NFL right now. Yes, there's only 4 teams left, and I believe the NFL power rankings had them at number 2 behind the Kansas City Chiefs, but I would put the 49ers at number 1. The Rams are not going to stop the San Francisco 49ers. I don't care. Like, Jimmy G is 3-0 in the playoffs. He hasn't thrown a freaking touchdown pass. Take that into perspective. The defense is winning them a lot of games. The running game, and actually, Deebo Samuel is winning them a lot of games. And Kyle Shanahan isn't trying to outcoach himself either. So the 49ers are a very, very real threat. I'm not going to pick my picks until Friday here. But on the flip side of the coin, if you guys believe in conspiracies here, I actually forgot to email myself the picture, so I'm going to save it for tomorrow. But the Rams have been a great story. Matthew Stafford has been a great story, right? He is 2-0 versus the playoffs. He beat down the old mighty Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then he beat down the old mighty who they play the first round? Arizona Cardinals, right? It's been a great story, but Cinderella struck midnight at some point too, and I think the Rams are going to strike midnight versus San Francisco 49ers, because like I want to take words out of Drew's mouth here. Is like they are a team on a mission. They are here to do work here. And on the flip side of the coin, Matthew Stafford and Jimmy G are both game managers. At the end of the day, they're both game managers. I know you guys are saying that Stafford's a great quarterback. He was the number 1 recruit out of high school, number 1 overall pick. Like, I get all that. He's a game manager. Alex Smith was also a number 1 overall draft pick. And if you look up game manager, you'll see a picture of Alex Smith right there, front and center. Matthew Stafford is a game manager. Jimmy G is a game manager. So it will come down to the coaching side of things. Which coach can understand that more? And I think that's Kyle Shanahan. I think Kyle Shanahan knows his team, and he knows that Jimmy G is not going to win him games, but he's not going to lose him games either. So give me just like I have faith in the 49ers. I know you guys are saying go Rams go, all this good stuff, but is this the best matchup that like we could possibly have in the playoffs? Because let's look at the possible matchups that we could have had from the Final Four of last week. We could have had the Rams 49ers versus Bucks versus Rams, or sorry, rephrase that. 49ers versus Rams, 49ers versus Bucks, Rams versus Packers, or Packers versus Bucks. Out of those 4 potential games, I think 49ers versus the San Francisco, or before the 49ers versus the Rams, are the best choice, hands down. But are we tired of all these rematches? Are we tired of these rubber matches? Are we tired of seeing the same teams play in the regular season and then the playoffs? And yes, I know it's must-see TV, but I'm not. When like memes started to come out and say I want to see the best series of the Bills versus Chiefs, the best out of 7, yada yada. Okay, cool. I want to see the best out of 7 out of series out of the Rams versus 49ers. These are the 2 best defenses, the 2 best game managers out there. I mean, everything's lining up to a great game. And guys, I have hit that wall. The COVID has gotten me down. Drew says, wasn't Jimmy also hurt last game? So Jimmy G has been hurt all postseason, Drew. He has a torn ligament in his thumb. He has a separated shoulder. Is something wrong with his shoulder? I don't know exactly what's wrong with his shoulder, but it is his throwing shoulder. So throwing thumb and throwing shoulder is what's hurt on Jimmy G. Stafford is also a tough son of a gun. Jimmy is fragile. How is Jimmy fragile? He has been playing through his thumb and shoulder injury all postseason long and doing what he needs to do to win the games. I'm not taking away the toughness from Matthew Stafford at all. Don't get that twisted. But everybody's injured in the NFL right now. There's no question about it. Like if you are not injured, you are not playing the game right. Even Cam Akers, only his second game. This will be his third game, right? All season long. I'm sure he has a nagging ankle or a thigh or a shoulder or something, right? Like everybody's hurt at this point. Everybody's a tough SOB. But guys, the COVID has got me down. I'm not even going to front. I have hit that wall. We are going to end the show early. So Belly Up TV, guys, I'm sorry, but I need to get it to bed. I'm not even going to front. I feel like ass right now. Hopefully, I'll be back tonight. All Combs will be here, though, for sure. 8 p.m. East Coast time right here on youtube.com/manhour. Of course, he's going to talk a lot of baseball. I'm almost 100% sure about that. Hopefully, I am on, because when we're together, we do the best damn sports show out there, hands down. But, guys, Buck Nasty is out. I will see you guys soon. Akers and Sanders was a hell of a game. I bet you both those guys are eliminated. They do not do well. New X Factor's coming. Brandon Ayuk will be an X Factor for the 49ers. Mark my words. Brandon Ayuk. Have a good day, guys. See you tonight.